Totally gnarly, bros. Totally, bro. Killer waves out there today, man. How you guys doing? Hope y'all are doing well. It's Monday night. I'm working nights this week. Fucking whack. And I'm working at the mine, too. Even more whack. Because it's a dirty place. It's hot in that fucking place. Just working in that heat just like it weighs on you. It does weigh on you. So I'm home now. Called it an early night. 12:24, almost 12:30. I ran out of things that would take me 5 to 10 minutes to explain. So I ran out of a certain type of hose I need. So I thought, well, we can continue, or we can just call it. We put in a good day's work. It's the first day of 5, so we called it. So now I'm just sitting in my truck at home, just thinking, smoking a bowl, thinking. And I thought about making a video, so here it is. You know, thinking about all my friends that aren't here anymore. I'm only 35 years old and I've lost so many friends. It's sickening. So many good people. Thinking about God. Thinking about Christ. Thinking about Christ consciousness. Thinking about people who don't believe in God. Thinking about people who say they believe in God but don't practice any sort of belief structure. Just thinking about all types of things. My home, I'm sitting here just staring at my home. What am I going to do with my home? What am I going to do with my home? I might take a home improvement loan out and rip the entire fucking roof structure off and put some scissor trusses on because I'm losing too much heat through my very thin ceiling slash roof system. And my wife wants to keep the vaulted ceilings. You know, how much do I want to invest in this house? Have to rewire the whole house already as it is. Been kind of putting that off. The wiring is a fucking rat's nest, and I don't say that lightly. So it's a joke. It's a joke. Some guy just fucking pieced it together best he could with scrap pieces of wire. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a nice house, but the wiring, somewhere along the line, somebody decided to just, I I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what happened. The wiring of my house has a story to tell because I don't think any of it's original. And the house isn't that fucking old. It's not like this 1930s home. I think it was built in the 60s. I have the blueprints for it. But yet, the blueprints are probably dated, likely. I have all the paperwork and everything with it. So, I mean, there's a date on there somewhere for sure. I think it's in the 60s. So, maybe even 70s. Pretty wild, that's for sure. My stove is hardwired in. My stove is hardwired through two separate junction boxes. Okay? Just random scraps of wire. My microwave is wired in, is plugged in to an outlet that is in. I don't even use the fucking microwave, but it's just the fact that I use the microwave as food storage. But it's mounted. I can't like get rid of it because it's mounted above our thing right now and it would just look stupid. But that's plugged into an outlet in the top cupboard that's wired through the other cupboards before it goes into the wall. Um, my dryer is hardwired straight in through a junction box. Just a fucking rat's nest of wires. I got I got I got piles of wires just all over the place. Who knows what they go to or once did go to. It's a fucking nightmare. I got like 3 outlets in my entire basement that even work. And I can't figure out why. I gotta rip down fucking walls. Finished basement, I gotta rip down fucking walls. One of them's. Anyway. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm trying to think. There's an ice storm going on through Missouri right now. Steve LaFleur just got a few inches. So it's cold. My sister was just in Phoenix. My boss was just in Vegas. They were not where it's cold. If you were enjoying the heat, good on you. But, that's about it. I don't know. Just been working and taking care of the kids. Talking with God and trying to make my relationship with Him stronger. Bedros Keuilian, prepare for winter. Bedros Keuilian. But you know what's strong? Knowledge makes you strong. Knowledge of what is and what isn't. So, yeah, 10 minutes in. That's about it. Hope everybody is kind of finding their way right now. You know, hard times right now for a lot of people. Hard times are coming. A lot of people don't see that. You know, I was just listening to Sean Ryan talking with Ryan Henderson. Um, God, what a phenomenal story this guy has to tell. Man, I like Sean Ryan a lot. If you guys don't watch Sean Ryan, you guys need to start. Matter of fact, he did an interview a while back with Jim Caviezel, and YouTube took it down immediately. And he hadn't never re-released it yet, but he just re-released it on his Twitter account. I don't have a Twitter account. You don't have to have a Twitter account. He put a link there, so I watched it. I watched it twice. What a phenomenal episode. Phenomenal. 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 You ever say a word too many times? No, but seriously, I never realized how close to God Jim Caviezel is. This dude is has a a like father son brother really like bond. This man has seen and talked to Jesus. Like, has a what a great episode that was. They talked about, that song or that movie that he just came out with not long ago, The Sound of Freedom. Talked about the Passion of Christ. Talked about the Passion of the Christ. Holy moly! If anybody, I need to rewatch that movie. Um, and Mel Gibson, what he says about Mel Gibson is a couple of different things. Is pretty funny. For those of you that don't watch it, he said he was taking out the garbage and Mel Gibson hits him up. And he says, hello. He goes, he was busy. He goes, hey, it's Mel. And he goes, Mel who? And he says, I don't know, Mel Brooks. Mel Gibson, come on. He says, you sure you want to do this movie? If you do, it'll be the last movie you do in this town. Talking about Hollywood. And he said, we all have, I forget what he said. We all have a time where we must carry our cross. If if we let the weight of the cross crush us, then we are not worthy to carry it, or something like that. And he said Mel got real super quiet after that. And then I said, oh my God. And Mel said, what? What happened? He goes, I just realized my initials are JC and I'm 33 years old. And Mel Gibson says, you're really freaking me out, man. And hung up the phone. And I didn't hear from him for 5 days. But Jim Caviezel says it a lot. He tells the story a lot better. But yeah, going back to whatever we were talking about. That's about it, though. You know, we're all we're all in this together, and the media and these large corporations are putting on this like they're like trying to cover everything with this veil, right? But that's not what the people are about. The majority of the people are not about that. 80% of the people are not about that. But they're making it there. It's amazing. They're really showing how much power they have and how much they are subservient to the power above them. You know, it's really exposing that if you're looking at it with those type of eyes. 16 minutes in this is a little longer than normal. I'm sorry, I probably had a lot of spots where I just didn't talk. Um, you know what else is crazy? So maybe you guys don't watch him or didn't remember Free Range Slavery. He was the guy in the beginning who had the llama head with a cigarette hanging out. That was his picture. The llama head with a cigarette. Um, me and Jeff are still super cool. We talk all the time. He gets sprayed by chemtrails like constantly. Constantly. And so he downloaded Flight Tracker. I think it's called Flight Tracker. And and he's sending me screenshots of US Air Force planes literally just going in rectangles or big circles around Oklahoma City and then just crossing. And then do another circle and then crossing down. And then doing another half a circle and then crossing this way. And then crossing this way. It's fucking insane. It's crazy. I'm like, what the fuck? He was like, what the fuck? Nuts. Craziness. Two separate times. One was doing circles and one was doing big like ovals. And you could click on the plane and it'll show you its flight pattern. And it's just like, he's been doing that for hours. What the hell is going on here? Craziness. That's something else I was thinking about too, man. I really need to stop swearing so much. But I'm gonna leave it at that before it gets any longer. Um, so I also downloaded Flight Tracker and I also downloaded Freight Tracker, I think it's called. And it tracks boats in the water. Okay. And I found this dude cruising like this $1.5 million catamaran boat in between, like literally in between South America and Africa, like in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, just fucking out there doing his thing, pitch fucking black. Can you imagine if a big storm came? Holy freaking moly. I wouldn't want to be with that dude. But man, what a cool boat that was. All right. Love you guys. More than you know. I'm tired. It's my first day working nights. I'm getting tired. I'm already tired. My bedtime was hours ago. I'm tired. I'm high. I need to stop smoking weed. I'm like scared to stop smoking weed. That's another thing I'm thinking about all the time. We pretty much stopped drinking and stopped drinking. I stopped drinking as much. You know, we were just gonna drink like casually when we went out instead of drinking at the house because I'll have a couple beers at the house. You know, She stopped drinking, and I just have like one beer instead of two or three. And I only have one beer, maybe like, 2 or 3 nights a week. And I'm doing things. I'm not doing things, but I'm not just sitting there being a lazy piece of shit. I'm doing things and just drinking a beer. But I might stop drinking too. Who knows? I might hit the lottery. Who knows? I'll just put it out there into the ether. Maybe it'll come back to me. I don't even need a big lottery. Something small would be nice. Something small. Give me like a $300,000 lottery. I'll take it, dude. I will be happy with that. I'm like, sweet. This works. We can make this work in all sorts of ways. Some people get this $40 million and they fuck themselves. Stupid. You don't need that type of money. Money just intensifies your inner actual you. Amplifies your traits. It's a trait amplifier. That's what money is. It's a trait. Amplifies your traits. What kind of traits do you have? What kind of traits would come out that you wouldn't even expect to come out? I don't know. Think about it. Love you. Stay positive, people. Talk to you later.